Live. Yep, we're live. Do I need to give you later? Everybody say bye. 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 So are we good? We live again? I don't know either. Do I need to? Can you guys Google this again or no? No, I know. Yeah, but I didn't name it the same thing I did before. The second part. It's on. You can see it. Okay, cool. All right, great. All right. Okay. When we have a depolarization wave going away from an electrode, causes a what? A depolarization wave moving away from an electrode records what type of deflection or inflection? A negative deflection. Okay. A depolarization wave moving towards an electrode records what type of deflection? A positive deflection. Does that make sense? Okay. And so you can get a biphasic reading right here if you have a depolarization wave moving towards C because it's getting closer to it, and then it goes away from it. So you'll get a positive, then a negative deflection, and then it'll go back to isoelectric or baseline. Make sense? Is everybody clear on the electrodes? We know what that is. So that when a repolarization wave is the opposite. I'm not going to. You guys get that. I'm sure you can go over this and read this as well. Let's talk about MEA. Okay. So MEA stands for what? Mean electrical axis. So really on the exam and in life in general, right? I'm just kidding, not life in general. If there's an EKG question and it talks about the leads and electrodes and stuff like that, because MEA stands for mean electrical axis, draw your plus sign, right? And then what lead is over here? What lead is right there? 1, and then over here we've got 2, then AVF, and then 3, and then AVR, AVL. Okay, if you can draw that, you're good to go. Because I might say lead 3 records a negative deflection. Lead 1 or AVL records a positive deflection. Where's the MEA pointed toward? Or what pathology? Is that a left axis deviation, a right axis deviation, an extreme right axis deviation, or normal axis? It'd be a left axis deviation. If I said the MEA is pointing, or let's say lead 3, or maybe I'll say this: you have an MEA that is, well, I think I usually do like lead 3 records a positive, lead 2 records an isoelectric. What would you have there? If lead 3 is positive and lead 2 is isoelectric. Right. So if lead 3 is positive, it's got to be pointing towards that direction, right? So somewhere around there, that would mean, or like this would be lead 3 would be positive and lead 2 would be isoelectric, meaning it's positive, then it's negative. Right? So it's going towards it right here, and then as it moves away from it, it records a negative. Make sense? Go ahead.
A normal deviation versus an extreme, is that just like you cut the quadrant in half as it's farther away?
So this is how it goes. Left axis deviation. This is a normal axis. This is a right axis deviation. This is an extreme right axis deviation or indeterminate.
So extreme and indeterminate, like
Indeterminate and extreme are the exact same thing. Okay. Right. Make sense? Okay. So that is how interpreting, like MEA leads and stuff. Let's draw an EKG real quick. Okay, so we've got this. We've got our P wave, boop, and then we've got our Q, R, S, T wave. Okay, what is the P wave? Why is the P wave there? Atrial depolarization. And then the QRS complex is ventricular depolarization. Then the T wave is ventricular repolarization. Where's atrial repolarization? It's not really underneath it, but it's masked by the QRS complex. Very good. Why is Q negative? Did we go over that? kind of fun. Q is negative. Q is when the depolarization wave is moving. We talked about it. We talked about the SA node, AV node, bundle list. The Q wave is negative because what's happening is you have a, so say this is your heart right here. And so you've got, let me draw your heart right there. So that's your heart. And you've got your depolarization wave. Which bundle branch should we say is larger? The left bundle branch. So what's happening is that you're going to get, if you have the left bundle branch right here, you're going to get the left one will depolarize first, the bundle branch, before the right one's depolarized, and that's going to cause a vector, a current, if you will, that will point towards away from the negative to the positive. Make sense? Get your mind out of the gutter, y'all. I see y'all like smirking over there. I see like people smiling. That looks like genitalia. All right, what next? Yeah. What next, guys? And did that answer EKGs? Go ahead, question. Sorry. Ooh, story problems.
And instead of like giving us like, oh, lead 2 is positive and like this is negative, you would like tell us the heart has what problems and where.
I mean, I can. You guys know how to calculate cardiac output, right? Say what? AFib. Yeah, what's the difference between AFib and a flutter? Which one's regular? Which one's regular? What is flutter? You don't have to answer the question in the form of a question. What is flutter? What is atrial flutter? Not this time, Trebek. Have you guys seen that SNL? That's not what your mother said. That's what. It's not what your mother said, Trebek. All right, so here we go. Let's talk about arrhythmias. Bradycardia, thing below 60. Tachycardia is above 100. Atrial flutter is rapid, regular depolarizations. Atrial fib is not coordinated. Okay, really, that's. I went past this really fast because, as you noticed from the exams, I don't really ask questions on it, but it might be on the boards. Did I ask a question on one of them? I did actually. I did ask one question on atrial flutter versus fibrillation, but I prefaced it when I was in the thing saying, "Hey, you might need to know this for the exam." I think I could give you guys a wink, wink. Wait a minute. Does winking mean the opposite? So I shouldn't have winked. That was the confusion, huh? Sorry. Anyway, for boards, you might need to know this on a cardiac section, AFib, a flutter, maybe, schmaybe. For the final, probably not. I mean, wait, I did it again wrong. You don't need to know it. I know. I just realized that. You don't need to know that for the final. Atrial flutter, flib, blah blah blah. You're good to go. Hey, do you guys know how to calculate cardiac output? Do you guys know what preload, afterload, and contractility are? Good. Let's see what else. I think we might be terminado. Oh, that's a great question. What was that? Ooh. I do definitely sometimes talk about blockages in the heart and what it might do to preload